This episode of Project Joy Live is sponsored by the Project Joy community. If you're ready to stop settling for just seeking the joy and become joy itself, head over to projectjoylive.com today. And now let's get ready for the show. Good morning, everybody, and happy Tuesday to you. I hope you are doing well today. I'm having a little bit of a bittersweet vibe today because today is my oldest son's birthday, and this is his first birthday away from home. And so I'm having a moment. I'm having a moment this morning. But I'm happy. I don't know about you, but he's feeling 22 today. So that's he's turning 22 today. And you better cherish it because I heard from someone else that no one likes you when you're 23. So, cherish the 22 while it lasts. So happy birthday to Clay, which we'll be including, of course, in our birthday segment. I have another good friend of mine who has a birthday today as well. And of course, we've got your celebrities coming up at the end. I'm going to talk to you about national days today. And also, the Brandon Croucher is back here today because it is officially Training Tuesday. That's what I've dubbed today, Training Tuesday. We're going to be talking about training us because you know how I keep telling y'all that you are the joy. You are the joy. You don't have to look for it outside of you. You don't because you are it. Okay. But I do understand how challenging it is to really feel that sometimes, especially when it's your oldest son's birthday and it's his first time away from home. But I understand how hard that is. So we're going to do a little training to get you in the vibe to be the joy today as well. And then Brandon's going to talk to us about the joy that happens when we can train our dogs to be the joy as well. So that's what's on tap today. Let me know where you're joining from and what is bringing you joy and gratitude and all the amazing things this morning. And I'm going to talk to you really quickly about our national days today. So first, it is World Multiple Sclerosis Day. So we actually, fun fact, have at least 2 guests who have been on the Breakthrough Show Network who have multiple sclerosis. So we're sending them lots of love today. If I can manage to pronounce it, get it out of my mouth without stumbling over the words. Multiple Sclerosis Day, MS. So how about we just say that? So sending lots of love to everyone who deals with that today. It is also Okay, my mind is blown because this is how it usually happens here. I want to tell you, there's a lot of people that are like, Jessica, I don't know how you keep things straight. You've got all these shows, you've got all of these different things you do. I do like, I would say 89.9% of everything that I do is on the fly. Okay, because that's how my brain works. And so this morning, I knew that I needed to post a reel on Instagram, and I posted a clip from when Jamad was on last Wednesday. And Jamad and I talked a ton about creativity. And so I happened to post a clip about being creative and how you can't feel lonely if you're being creative. It was such a good moment of the show. So I posted that, and then I come to learn that May 30th is actual National Creativity Day. Hello for the things aligning. Unleash your imagination today, whether you're an artist, writer, musician, filmmaker, blogger, photographer, graphic artist, or any of 100 other creative personalities. The world is going to celebrate you and your creative pursuit today, and you absolutely deserve it. So it is National Creativity Day today, and I know that we'll be celebrating Miss Brittany and her painting. We'll be celebrating Miss Jessica over here as she sings to all 956 children. We're celebrating Brandon doing something behind the scenes back there. We're celebrating something. I'm not really sure what it is, but we're gonna find out soon, aren't we, boys and girls? Um, it is also, let's see what else is going on today. It's National Mint Julep Day. I don't know that I've ever had a mint julep. Let me know if you guys have had one. It is a refreshing, apparently southern drink of the Kentucky Derby. It is made with a mint leaf, bourbon, sugar, and water. Now, see, I don't know about the bourbon. I don't know about bourbon. I don't know that. I'm trying to think of. I'm sure I've had bourbons in something. You get a couple drinks in and you're not sure what you're drinking anymore. Can we just be honest about that? But so I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I've had the bourbon. You all know that I'm a whiskey girl. I've talked about this, but my point is that I like a mojito with the rum and the mint. So I'm wondering if I would like a mint julep. I don't know. I'm wondering if I would like it though. But now my wheels are spinning. It is also National Hole in My Bucket Day, which has something to do with there's a song called There's a Hole in My Bucket. Do you guys know this song? I don't know this song, that there's a hole in my bucket. And I seem to recall talking about this on this day last year and being very confused. But apparently, the song has its origins in 1700 Germany. It's about a back and forth conversation between Henry and Liza. Henry needs to fix his leaky bucket. And in each stanza, Henry asks Liza for advice. And in the end, he needs a bucket to carry water to. He needs a bucket to carry water to repair his bucket. I'm so confused right now. Anyone else? Since there's a hole in your bucket, you can very easily water flowers because that water's coming out of those holes because it's National Water a Flower Day today. It recognizes the season of caring for our garden plants. So let me know if you'll be doing that today. Um, yes, happy birthday, Clay. It is joy time. Um, Susan said it wasn't as yummy as I hoped it would be. Like the mint julep, is that what we're talking about? What's the difference between I don't know. This is an educational show, but I don't know. I don't have no idea. You're gonna make me but see, this is what's wrong on this episode of What's Wrong with Jessica. We're going to learn how Jessica ends up down the rabbit hole because now I'm curious. What is the difference between whiskey and bourbon? What I will be Googling on the break. What the hell's the difference? Susan knows that song from Girl Scout camp. Really? Water in my butt. I don't know this song. There's only one way to find out. I'll have to try it. Okay. Um, Brittany said, I don't need to water my plants because it rained yesterday. We have been having gorgeous weather here in southeastern Connecticut, Mystic, Connecticut specifically. I can't really speak for anywhere else, but we've ridden the last couple of days down by the water, Groton Long Point, or Noank. It's, if y'all are wondering where this is, think late 80s Mystic Pizza, Julia Roberts. Okay, that's where I live. But I took some video, all right, of going on this little ride. I have to show you guys. I'm gonna, okay, can you guys see how pretty it was outside? It was so gorgeous out. Okay, and that's a mile from my house, you guys. I'm spoiled to death here, spoiled to death living by the sea, and I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. But we've been taking some rides, and Sunday, let me know, because we talked about Memorial Day yesterday. Yesterday was Memorial Day, but I think I'm realizing a majority of people celebrate Memorial Day on the Sunday before. Is this what you guys do as well? Let me know, because the beach, every piece of shoreline here in southeastern Connecticut was flooded with people. All of it. The beaches open, the ones that you have to have passes for, the whole the whole what I get for reading at the same time. The holdie is what it is. Okay. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break. And speaking of the sea, you're going to see what's happening by the sea here in October. And then we're going to talk to Brandon about training ourselves, because that's clearly what we need. Do you see what happens when he comes on the show?
I'm still laughing at that. I'm sorry, that was priceless.
I was reading.
So spoiled, and I get the big D, the whole D. I'm sorry. That was hilarious. Okay, so
Lord.
Question.
Yeah.
I have the answer. Do you know what the difference is between whiskey and bourbon? You're gonna.
Is it the barrel that it goes in?
Nope.
What is it?
Something even smaller than that. It's the grain that was used.
Interesting.
Bourbon is 51% corn in its mash, and it's aged in cork barrels.
Mm-hmm.
But the grain for whiskey is used as a spritzer, and is not as, it doesn't sit as long, it doesn't wait as long. So that's the only difference between the two. But otherwise,
so bourbon's more moldy.
Ha! That's a great way of phrasing it, but yes, 100% that. Yes. So bourbon's more moldy.
Now that we're all grossed out this morning.
Well, I mean, let's not be too grossed out, because let's be honest, medicine is mold.
Right? Yeah.
And if we're going to go natural medicine, the best medicines out there are usually something that's been...
And food. I mean, mushrooms are technically, I mean, hello. Okay, anyway.
And how much of our body is a fungi?
I'm a fun guy.
I am too.
All right. We're going to stay on track today, Brandon Croucher.
All
we're
right,
going to talk,
ready?
It's training day, and we're going to talk about beginning. I'm going to talk in a few minutes about training ourselves to experience more joy, but you're going to let's start with the dogs, because sometimes, let's be honest, we're humans, we're egotistical. We want to train something that doesn't have anything to do with ourselves.
Right. So here, let me show you something. I'm going to share my screen with you. All right, Jess. Boom. Do you see that? It looks like a whole bunch of like things and all this. If I hit play, they're moving around. Do you see them?
Yep.
So here's the thing. Not one of these dogs live in the same house. All of these dogs, have different houses with different owners. But
everybody almost done?
Yes, I'm talking to myself here. You could see how cute they all are. But the thing is, how did I get 4 dogs that live in separate houses to be able to eat all their food? Because usually feeding time, that's where people are like, oh my God, the dogs yell and bark at each other. Guess what? We're creating this energy. We're creating that. And for me, I made all their food. All of them could see I'm taking a scooper out. They know their food. They know that dogs are smart, just like people. when you watch your kids, like Jess, you have a 22-year-old today. God, you don't look like you'd have a 22-year-old. Congrats to your son, Clay. But at the end of the day, like when you were bringing Clay up and one of your 17,000 kids, you turned around and at some points you were like, hey, this is what you're getting. This is what it is. And they had to stick to it. It's not like, Mom, I want mac and cheese. And the next one's like, Mom, I want spaghetti. Well, I'm not making you two different noodles, right?
Yeah.
The same thing with the dogs. And I think too many people, well, my dog doesn't want to eat this. And my dog doesn't like this. Guess what? That's understandable. But you do know what they like. And you stick to it. So the thing is, you can see in this video that I literally I have the food on the ground. I have all 4 food bowls. And I give them a time limit. And the dogs learn very, very quickly. You're not going to fight with other dogs. And the main reason they realize that is I'm right there. That time limit is 5 minutes. Some dogs I give a little more just because they're older. But you have to know your dog. So all of a sudden, 5 minutes, food's down, everything's there, everybody's eating, everybody knows they're eating. If they decide to switch food, you can see in the video, I'm letting the dogs kind of just bounce around with each other. And the smallest dog is usually the meanest dog, the one that's going to want to eat dog's bowl. Funny thing is, if you be calm with this and you say, here you go, and then after a day or two, and I promise you it doesn't take long, your dog gets used to that routine. It's like we do. They get used to seeing it. They know their food. They know their stuff. They know what they're supposed to have. They turn around. They're happy. They got their food. And if they didn't want to eat, I'm still picking it up and taking it away, and they can eat again at dinner. Now, are they going to probably get hangry later? Yes. But at the end of the day, we're teaching the dogs that there's a time limit to eat. There's a spot to eat. You get your food, and nobody's coming to take it, so enjoy it when you have it. And the thing is, dogs that come to my house, especially ones that are in training, the first thing they notice is that the dog understands the difference between food. They understand the difference between good and bad, and they know to listen. I don't have a fenced-in yard, but I take care of other people's dogs. How do I prevent them from running away? The phone is down, I'm outside, and I'm full-on hands-on interacting with them. So I showed this video because I actually had a ton of videos. Jessica, here, hold on. Let me do this just so everybody sees this really quick. All right. Jessica said, hey, yeah, take some videos of what you do with the dogs, and we'll play them. Like, this is all since, like, last week. Like, all of this. Go away. Not now. All of this is since last week. It's me just playing with dogs. It's me showing what the dogs do. It's me throwing frisbees. Like, here, this is a great one for you guys. You ready? Can you see it, Jess, okay?
Yep, I see it.
All right. This is just me letting the dogs run and just having them go. But I want you to see, this is a 65-pound, like, Bernese mountain dog and a tiny little Shih Tzu and a boxer. And do you see how well they're playing together? Like, there's no stopping. There's no nothing. Do you see a fence in yard? No. It's because the dogs know that they know who their owner is. And if you are going to present an energy, I'm looking for the one video I made just for Jessica because I thought she'd think it was cute. If you go and have, like, you're out there and you're nervous and you're worried about the dogs, like, you will end up with a dog that thinks they need to protect you. They think they're supposed to be doing stuff for this. Well, guess what? Same thing with feeding time. If you're giving them the right times, you're giving them the right boundaries, they're going to follow in line. This is...
Oh, boy. Pee on the couch.
This is Rex and Sam. Sam is the one on the left, the older one. Rex is the one peeing on the couch. And their mom reached out to me and said, hey, Brandon, I'm having some real struggles with my dogs because... Why is it still playing the video?
Pee on the couch.
You can hear it still telling it to pee on the couch.
There
Stop. You go. I'm like, what the heck? But, like, their mom called me and was like, hey, I need you to help me understand. Why are my dogs doing this? And the first thing I asked was, how do they eat? And she goes, oh, they're in separate rooms. There's a gate between them and all of this. I'll tell you what, I was there 4 days straight. And every single day for breakfast and dinner, guess what? They ate their breakfast in the same room. They ate their dinner in the same room. They literally, and all I did was have it be a time limit and put it down. picked it up. They were so excited to know that they were getting their food. They had to get it quick. If they switched bowls, it's fine. 5 minutes. And then we went outside. And on our walk, that same calm energy of, hey, we're okay, was brought about. Those two dogs, now what you're seeing is a dog peeing on a couch. But what you're not seeing is the other dogs walking by on the other side of the street, the other people with kids walking by us and stuff like that. And the reason you're not seeing that is because I'm holding the leash and having the phone down and telling the boys it's going to be okay, just like you did your kids when they were younger. And all I'm doing is taking away their fear of needing to protect me by saying, I got you. And the dogs understand that. And I think a lot of us think dogs are dumb. Well, do you think your kids are dumb? Don't answer that. But at the end of the day, dogs are just wanting to submit to their masters. They're just wanting to love you the way you want to be loved. So do yourself a favor. Eliminate some of these stresses by giving a time limit, by giving them that attention, putting the phone down. And then when you take them out, have that same energy of calm, relaxed feeling. Because if they think they're going to be needing you to give them one-on-one attention and they need to protect you and they need to bark, you're giving off that energy that your dog's thinking they need to always. So take a step back, look inward, and love yourself.
Love that. I love that. You guys can connect with Brandon on Instagram, B from CLE, TikTok, Care Bear Brandon, and delightcafe.com. I appreciate you coming to, some people wouldn't think to go back to the basics and think about the food part and the calmness that you create around that too. And it's right in line with what we're going to talk about for us humans here in a moment as well, because it is Training Tuesday. So we trained our dog. Now we're going to train ourselves because now
am I staying or are you kicking me out? I can't tell
what would you like to do?
I'm awake, so let's keep me.
Okay. All right. So we're going to take a quick break and we're going to be right back to talk about training ourselves in a moment. Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every day for exclusive programming, special events, and a community to call home, where we invite you to explore, change the way you look at and live your life, and go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com. Welcome back to Project Joy Live. It is Tuesday, May 30th, 2023. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and I'm here with Brandon Croucher this morning, who just finished telling us about beginning steps to bringing joy to our lives through helping our pets be calmer and more relaxed so that we can enjoy our time together. It was amazing. We're going to talk now. We're going to switch it to training ourselves as humans because we figured we'd start with the easy part of training something outside of yourself so that you don't have to think about it. But I want to talk to you about a few things. So obviously on this show, we talk about the fact that you are the joy, but I recognize that there are moments when you might not feel like the joy, when you're struggling to lean into that concept. So there are things we can do to bring us back to center. Number one is get specific about your gratitude. We've had the Queen of Gratitude. By the way, I am also the Queen of Gratitude, and she is also the Queen of Joy. We've meshed that together now. But get specific about your gratitude. Don't just say, I'm thankful that Brandon's here today. Okay. You want to get really specific. In this moment, Everybody say it. In this moment,
In this moment,
I am thankful for.
I am thankful for.
Insert something here.
Insert something here. That's what she said.
Because
it sounds dirty.
because blank. Okay, so you're gonna say, in this moment, I am thankful for Brandon being here because he makes me laugh. Okay, if I was to just say I'm thankful for Brandon, that's one thing, but I could go any million directions with this. In this moment, I am thankful for Brandon being here today because he makes me laugh. In this moment, I am thankful for Brandon being here today because he helped give me content for this show. In this moment, I am thankful. See how many things we can add when we get specific about our gratitude. It's not just a one thing. So get really specific about your gratitude, and you'll realize there's not just one thing to be grateful for. There's many, many things to be grateful for. Yes, Brandon.
I just want to say how wonderful it is that you do that. And I'm serious because I'm grateful for the fact that Jessica comes on here and not only in times of good, but in times of bad. Jessica shows up and she's bringing joy. And there's days that she's empty inside with joy. And I mean, I'm not meaning that in a bad way. It's just, it's not there that day. She still comes on and does this. And the thing that makes me love Jessica is that she's 100% right with this. It's the small things. You can't look at the big moment and say, oh, wow, I'm grateful I got to be on Project Joy this morning. No, that is something to be grateful for, but break it down into the small things. Why are you grateful here? Because it got me up this morning and got me to start going up through my day instead of just making an excuse to stay in bed. I'm grateful for the fact that Jessica makes me smile and I'm able to keep moving. I'm grateful for the fact that when my day starts, I have something positive I can go to. If you start doing these things and finding the little things, you're going to start finding more and more things you're actually happy about. And
it's the little things. It's the little things. Brittany gave us a great example. In this moment, I'm thankful for my creativity because it brings me peace. And I'm sure, Brittany, you can now think of 800 other things that you're thankful for regarding your creativity. It's also, as we mentioned, National Creativity Day. So see how fitting that is? Brittany is on brand today. There you go. It's happening.
I have to be honest. I wanted to say something about this earlier and I forgot. So I, being someone who grew up being told, oh, Brandon is so creative, I always felt that was like a teacher's way of saying he really doesn't know what the hell's going on, but God, does he try hard. Like, I really did feel like that my whole life. And so when I hear that today,
it is not the artistic version of Bless Your Heart. It's not, I promise.
It's not? Okay,
it's not.
God, I was boring. I'm like, all right. Here we go. Bless your heart, Brandon.
I mean, look, it could go either way. When you say you're so creative, like it makes me laugh so hard. Have you seen the videos on TikTok where the girl is doing the commentary for the really bad cooking, and every video starts with "Everybody's so creative."
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go send you like 50 of those when we're done.
Okay, I'm gonna know this video. I'm gonna be subscribed before the end of the day.
I know, it's so fun. She says everybody's so creative, and then so now there's like videos being made based on her videos of where they're like cooking in the kitchen, and then you hear the voice, everybody's so creative, and they're like, wait, I'm not doing anything wrong, this is an actual recipe. Like,
that's so funny.
It's
I love it.
Anyway, back on topic,
back on track. I'm sorry, ADD Brandon, got it. Jessica going.
Training Tuesday, training ourselves to be the joy. So get specific about your gratitudes. Number one. Number two, it's very much like training an animal or training a child, is to practice the redirect. Okay, practice the redirect. If you are in a funk, you gotta distract yourself with something that does bring you joy. Okay, call someone who brings you joy. Pick up something that brings you joy. Eat something that brings you joy. Something, anything. Invite the joy into your life. You are in charge. So practice the redirect. We have to get to the next one before the end of the show. Then I'll take your questions.
No, it's not a question. I just wanted to go with the eat thing. If you're intentional with everything you do, the gratefulness comes with ease. Because the thing is, if you actually think like, oh, I need to eat something, and you eat an apple, you eat some fruit, you eat some crackers, you eat stuff that's good for you, you're not going to turn around later and be like, I still feel like shit. Because guess what? You're not going to. You're going to be filling yourself with good, telling yourself you're doing good, and you're going to keep moving in the right direction. Brandon, shut up! Okay, Jess, sorry.
Okay, here we go. Number 3, I want you to practice the following affirmation. Everybody write it in the comments for me, okay? I realize more and more. I realize more and more every moment.
Hold on, I'm trying to keep up with you.
I realize
more and more
every moment
that
I am the joy. I am the joy. You can repeat that last part as many times as you need to, but you got to practice that affirmation. Look, and it's not going to be helpful enough for you to say, I am the joy. It is that process, because if you're not there in this moment, you're not going to believe when you say, I am the joy. You're not going to believe it because you don't feel it. So, but if you're saying, I realize more and more, saying that means it's a journey. I realize more and more that every moment I am the joy. It's a journey. I'm getting there. I'm like the little train that could. Okay. It's happening. That's what it is.
Agree.
It's happening. All right. The final one is to do the little activity that I've liked to do, that I've done with you guys before. This senses activity. Okay. So in this moment, if you're struggling to realize that you are the joy, I want you to find something you see that brings you joy.
Jessica, I call it. I'm looking at Jessica. I get Jessica.
Okay. So something you see, something you hear that brings you joy. I hear my fans, and the fans bring me joy because it's about to get hot as hell. Okay. Something you smell that brings you joy. I smell my perfume my daughter bought me this morning. So I'm smelling all kinds of like a bunch of flowers over here this morning. All right. All right. Number 4, taste. What do you taste? What can you taste? What have you tasted that's brought you joy before? What is this? Oh, a Starbucks. Do we got Starbucks? Oh, Frappuccino. Okay. And then touch. What can you touch? My bell. My bell brings me joy from the fabulous, from my friend. I love her so much. Okay. And then finally, you think there's 5 senses, but there's actually a 6. I want to you to think about what you could feel in this moment. What could you feel energetically in the moment that could bring you joy? Could you feel gratitude? Could you feel happy? Could you feel grateful? Could you feel special? Could you feel amazing? What are the things that you could feel right now that could bring you joy? And then once you go through all of these 6 things, I want you to realize, say this to yourself: my ability to sense joy is joy. Therefore, I am joy. My ability to sense joy is joy. Therefore, I am joy. You did that. It was your senses that went through and figured out all of those things that made you joyful. So, I'm not reading that comment. Okay. I realize more and more every moment that I am the joy. I realize more and more every moment that I am the joy. So these are some of the things that you can do to redirect yourself to feeling and knowing that that joy is you, that you don't need to go looking for it outside of yourself. It lives right in here. Okay. So that's what we're training ourselves to do today. Anything you'd like to add to that? Since you've been so good the last couple. Good, Brandon.
We gave Brandon 5-minute time limit today. Kept him in his vicinity so he knew where he was to go. No, I think you explained that great, Jess. Like, for real, this is a tough subject for a lot of people, because I think it's ironic because everybody wants joy to come so easily. But joy comes through patience and through hard work. And it's being able to see the little, so when the big happens, it's actually a pure joy moment. So you
are a joy.
You are a joy. I don't know the song.
And with that, we are going to get to our next song, which is our birthday song today. So there's lots of birthdays today, as I said. In the celebrity world, Idina Menzel, Miss Frozen herself, Let It Go. Also, she plays one of my favorite songs. She sings "Take Me or Leave Me" in the movie Rent. Man.
Oh yes, never mind.
I just love her. I love her so much. Idina Menzel, happy birthday to you. Also, You see me driving round town with the girl I love,
Oh.
and I'm like, CeeLo Green, it's your birthday today, yeah. Okay. CeeLo Green has a birthday today, 48 years old. Mel Blanc had a birthday today. He passed away in 1989, but you might recognize him as the voice actor behind popular cartoons like Bugs Bunny, Porky Pig, Tweety Bird, and even Daffy Duck. So happy birthday, Mel Blanc. Also, Winona Judd, country singer, has a birthday today. And guitarist for Audioslave and Rage Against the Machine, two of my favorite bands on the planet, Tom Morello, has a birthday today. So happy birthday to Tom. The celebrities in my life, Connie Rigsby has a birthday today. Laura Ann Goody has a birthday today. Luis Pinero has a birthday today. Happy birthday, Louise. And my son, my oldest child, Clay Austin Dugas, has a birthday today as well. So, well, the birthdays. Are you ready to sing our birthday song, Brandon?
I'm ready. You're probably going to have to help me with the names because there was a lot of them today.
There was a lot today. I'm going to take a sip of my drink.
All right, deal. Got
it. Are you ready?
Let's do this.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Idina Menzel, CeeLo Green, Mel Blanc, Winona Judd, Tom Morello, Connie Rigsby, Laura Ann Goody, Luis Pinero, and Clay Austin Dugas. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to all those that are celebrating today. I hope you have an amazing day. And thank you, Brandon, for being here this morning.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor every Tuesday. I tuned in last week, by the way. I started tuning into other days and just quickly tuning in, give you the like, give you the love. I'm moving, but I want to make sure she knows I appreciate her. And then I got a notification of one of your other shows, the Jacksons. And I tuned in, and apparently the notification came in late because I started watching it, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to write a comment. And they read the comment, and they both sat there, looked at the camera, and go, all right. And it was nothing bad. I thought I was going along with what was said. And they're like, and that's our time. And I'm sitting there going, oh, shit.
Well, it brings us from our announcement. Us right now, and so that was their last show for a little while, but we're sending them lots of love. And sometimes you just gotta redirect, you gotta focus on family, things like that. So yeah, it's a you can always go catch the replays and share that in that awkward moment from last week. You go to the Breakthrough Show Network.
It's in the final minute, guys. Enjoy. Brandon tunes in and makes a comment from the first 5 minutes, and it's obvious I was off track, and they're like. And I'm like, oh, come on. I felt so dumb.
At any rate, two other things really quickly I want to invite you to. So the doors to the Project Joy community are open now. You can go to projectjoylive.com and sign up. It's on special until the end of June, but you get a copy of the new Project Joy book when it comes out on July 4th. It is a community where we're interacting every day. We have our first big event coming up on this Friday at 5 o'clock. It is going to be our monthly 2-hour Joy Shop, not a workshop. It's Joy Shop. And you can join us when you go to the projectjoylive.com and click the button to join the community. Also, coming up, I'm so excited this Thursday. If you thought to yourself, I want to have a podcast, please don't. Join us and have a talk show instead, because it's way more fun. Okay. That's my unofficial invitation. I put the link down in the comments for you guys. You can also go to thebreakthroughshownetwork.com and click the banner there to join the webinar this Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. If you can't come live, sign up so that you can also get the replay. But of course, I would love to have you there live. But I'm going to run down for you my top 10 reasons why producing and hosting your own talk show might be your next best business move. You'll also get to ask your burning questions about hosting a talk show and learn how being part of an all-inclusive network takes the guesswork out of your hosting experience. So I'm really excited to host that for you guys this coming Thursday. So get signed up. It's going to be fun. Are you signed up, Brandon?
Signing up now. Joy Live. There's only pictures of the Big D on here. Just
Wrong website. Anyway, thanks so much for being here, Brandon. I appreciate you today. I want to thank all of you for watching or listening wherever you are in the world today. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and I want to remind you to make joy a priority in your life today and every day. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.